Hello and welcome. So this video is gonna be about Steam versus ROG Ally. No, it's actually not gonna be a competition between these two devices. We're gonna focus on the ROG Ally because that's what I have, but inevitably we'll have to compare these two a lot. Why? Because the Steam Deck is the standard, is the control group. To be able to really understand the features of this device, if it's worth it or it's better, we have to talk about both of them. So in short, this video is going to answer a very simple question. Is the ROG Ally a piece of shit? Now this video hopefully is going to answer a few questions or raise more. Is the ROG Ally good for you? Do I regret purchasing the ROG Ally instead of a Steam Deck? Is the Steam Deck right now what was advertised to be? Is the earth in fact flat? Should you switch from Steam to ROG Ally or from ROG Ally to Steam Deck if you don't have any of them? Which one should you get? We're gonna start, like I said, comparing the ROG Ally with the Steam Deck, but highlighting mostly what the Steam Deck does and what the flaws and the positives are. The ROG Ally is smaller and 61 grams lighter than the Steam Deck, but is the ROG Ally comfortable to hold? Me personally, I find the ROG Ally very comfortable and I can hold it for hours if the battery allows me to do that. The grip does feel better though when you're sitting in a chair holding the device on a table or in your lap than when laying down in bed. Both devices have a 7-inch display, but the ROG Ally has a more common aspect ratio of 16:9 instead of 16:10. Odd resolutions and aspect ratios are always a problem. For example, I've been using ultra-wide monitors for a very long time now. And even in 2023, many AAA games don't have full support for ultra-wide. But having Windows on my regular PC gives me the possibility of going into the files or finding a fix. The ROG Ally's display can reach a 1080p resolution and the screen is brighter. The refresh rate can reach 120 Hz, double of that of the Steam Deck. But are all these features really necessary on such a small screen? Or are they even achievable at all? The ROG Ally's hardware is capable of playing at 1080p, even AAA games, and even utilize the 120 Hz feature in some small indie platformers or older games. If you lower the resolution to 720p, you can even play games like Valorant or Overwatch at 120 frames per second. The 120 refresh rate gives you an advantage, but the more you push the device towards the higher resolutions and the higher refresh rates, the faster the battery will drain. And unfortunately, this device has the same battery as the Steam Deck, with almost double the power draw unplugged. Playing in turbo mode, 25 watts, which is the maximum power draw unplugged, will give you about 40 minutes of gameplay in AAA games. You can attach a power bank to the back of the device. There are accessories for that, but the portability goes out the window. The fact that it's lighter than the Steam Deck again goes out the window. So let's talk a little bit about the hardware. The ROG Ally has a newer generation processor, which was advertised as being twice as powerful as the Steam Decks. But is it that powerful? Or it certainly wasn't when it came out. A few BIOS updates were released, and I think now the ROG Ally is pretty stable across all power modes. I don't know if twice as powerful is correct, but it certainly draws twice as much power. It is a lighter device, but I would have preferred sacrificing a few grams for having a more powerful battery. The device can be charged faster than the Steam Deck with a 65 watts power adapter, but in the end it's the same battery. It is important to mention that the ROG Ally can be connected to an external GPU and can be transformed into a powerful gaming PC. But as far as a portable machine goes, I find myself playing at the 15 watts power draw and almost never go into turbo mode unless I'm next to an outlet and plugged in. So on to the next specification. The graphics architecture is newer on the ROG Ally. They both have 16GB RAM memory, LPDDR5. The controls have obviously a different layout, But there is a big difference. There's an important feature that is missing from the ROG Ally, and that is the trackpads. The trackpads would have been very useful for navigating windows, but the device would have been bigger. The speakers of the ROG Ally are fantastic. Instead of some regular stereo speakers, you have features like virtual surround sound and Dolby Atmos. Now let's talk about purchase options, and might as well talk about accessories too. The Steam Deck has 3 options for purchase, while the ROG Ally only has, well, 1. As of now, a less powerful version was supposed to be released with less storage, but I don't know if that's gonna happen or when it's gonna happen. The Steam Deck's 3 options main difference is the storage. They all include a carrying case. I don't know how good the carrying case is, but the ROG Ally's case is not included. It costs like $47 and it's garbage. You can find other options, not many, but you can go on Amazon or AliExpress and find a good case that is not as expensive and it's much better. So the ROG Ally's only purchase option is $50 more than the most expensive Steam Deck. And like I said, it doesn't come with a carrying case, premium anti-glare etched glass, which I'm thinking it's a screen protector, but it does come with a 3-month subscription of Xbox Game Pass, which is $14.99 times 3, $44.97. And that's pretty good because Game Pass has a lot of good games, and a lot of good games are coming, like Liza P, Starfield, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So back to accessories. The Steam Deck users enjoy a large variety of accessories, while the ROG Ally barely has any. I managed to find a cover, a silicone cheap cover, which works great for protecting the device from scratches, but it does not protect it from falling on the floor. Thumbstick grips that I found are actually for the Steam Deck, but they work for the ROG Ally. The carrying cases you find out there are not really designed for the device, but they are adapted. Maybe the shape of the ROG Ally has something to do with the lack of covers. So the Steam Deck wins by far in this area. So now I left the best for last, the big negatives and big positives of this device, and draw a conclusion from this. The biggest negative of this device is the micro SD card reader, which is located in the worst possible place, and it gets hot. So what they did to solve the problem was crank up the fan speed. By doing that, it's no longer quiet as it used to be and was advertised to be when it first came out. And it didn't solve the problem. The only thing you can do now is go through warranty and send the device back. But that begs the question, how are they gonna fix this? Are they gonna put a special SD card reader that sustains the heat or dissipates the heat, change the location of the SD card? That's not possible. So how are they gonna fix this issue on current devices and newer devices to come? We have not talked about the fact that ROG Ally uses Windows and Steam Deck uses SteamOS. Why we left that for last is because some people consider it a negative, and it is an important feature to consider when you're buying this device. Some people find it very annoying to be navigating through Windows, and some people don't care. But let's analyze this. Navigating through Windows on a handheld can be difficult, even though you have Armory Crate or you can use Steam in Big Picture mode, or you have other options like Handheld Companion. You eventually have to navigate through Windows. Windows requires updates. Some features lower the performance in games. For me, having Windows is a positive. In Windows, you can emulate any game. You can play an early access indie game that is only available on some website and not on any known platforms. You can play games from Epic Games, from Origin, from Blizzard. You can go into the files and tweak the games to work better, or work at all. You can add mods, and ultimately, having Windows makes it more than just a gaming device. You can work on it, you can edit videos, You can do all sorts of applications. You can record gameplay and edit the video in the same device. You can find on Amazon very small and very portable Bluetooth keyboards and mouse that can even fit in the bag where you're carrying the device. The Steam Deck was also on sale a couple of weeks ago, and I would definitely recommend if the Steam Deck is on sale, that is a better choice. But if they're both at regular prices, I think the price point of this device is very good for the performance that it offers. It's great. But in conclusion, no matter which one you purchase, you're gonna have a great time. These are great devices, and they're paving the road for better handhelds in the future. This technology is not that old, so it still needs to grow.
Also, I forgot to record an outro at the video, so I guess that's it for this video. Hope you like it, and give it a like if you like it. If you don't, give it a dislike. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.